Hi everyone, this is Charlie recording from room 114, and my topic was the Iran hostage crisis. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of it all, just an overview. Just the basic facts was that on November 4th, 1979, some Islamic revolutionaries, mainly students or militants, raided the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, Iran. More than 60 Americans were taken hostage and kept for 444 days, exactly 444 days, until their release, which happened to be January 20th, 1981, and the same exact day that Ronald Reagan took office. Another thing that I forgot, it's not on the slide but is on the notes, the first point under Iran hostage crisis, is that this whole ordeal, the entire crisis, happened in the final year of Jimmy Carter's administration as president. The early tensions were between the Islamic clergy in Iran and Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. It's a long name, but he was the current king of Iran. What exactly the clergy didn't like was the poor distribution of wealth that the Shah kind of allowed, and the increasing Western influence that the Shah was bringing in. To deal with this, the clergy sent their leader, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, to confront the young king. It wasn't to confront like he's going to go start an argument or fight about it. Really, the uprising didn't start now. He was going to go express their concerns. So Ayatollah was an Iranian religious leader and politician. He was sent into exile by the Shah, and upon his return, led the revolution and incited the raiding of the embassy. Throughout his exile and really just time spent in Iran, he had developed extreme resentment for the United States and supporting the Shah. He was very, very anti-American, almost represented. I mean, if you just look at that picture, he looks like he's an angry, mean man. He looks just mad. I think he just looks really scary. This next slide is about Reza Shah Pahlavi, who was the king of Iran from September 16th, 1941 to February 11th, 1979. And when February 11th, 1979 came around, he was sent into exile. This was when the Iranian people began their uprising, and he went to the United States for cancer treatment. Really, why the United States supported him was for his desire to keep Iran independent from the communists. And I wrote on your notes "from communists" in parentheses. That's not like supposed to be a blank. I just put it in parentheses. On April 11th, 1980, basically 5 months, really 5 months after the hostages were taken captive, President Carter approved a risky mission with the objective of rescuing the hostages. The mission was named Desert One. Unfortunately, President Carter had to abort the mission due to problems with 3 of the helicopters, and a fourth I'm not sure if it was a fourth, but one of the helicopters involved in the mission actually crashed, which you can see in the image right there. Obviously, it's the one in front that crashed. The one behind looks fine. But the next day, the Iranians crowded the streets and filmed. I got some footage of the failed rescue attempt. They were very happy that the Americans failed. So now, guys, I'm going to go off the record. None of this is on your notes. It's just a last slide that I thought it makes sense because the Argo, the movie, is based off of the crisis. It was done just like this. This is how the CIA and the Canadian diplomats, the embassy, got 6 of the hostages, only 6 of the hostages out, through the Canadian embassy granting counterfeit passports. And they use the cover of Argo, this movie. You can see the logo, the advertisement on the right there. and it looks a lot like Star Wars. I just have to, I think it does at least. Um, but Ben Affleck plays the CIA agent that goes undercover, and he's the director, I guess, of the movie, and he uses these 6 hostages as his crew members, and they really go through the paces. You know, they find actors that will play the parts of the movie. Of course, the movie never really, gets anywhere. It's just a cover up, and they have press conferences. It's really well done in the movie. I'm saying I would recommend seeing it. I liked it quite a bit. Well, this has been my overview of the Iran hostage crisis. This is Charlie signing off. Bye bye. Have a good night. See you later in class tomorrow.